Hey comic book fans, my nerdy friends, my geeky compadres, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of Running with Comics Lightning Round Reviews. I got a tremendous stack this week, and I'm going to try to go through these as quick as possible. This is for the week of June 26th, 2013. Let's get going. Alright, so we're going to go, I've seen a lot of people do this. Usually I just go willy-nilly, you know, independent Marvel, DC, Marvel, whatever. This time I got it organized. So we're going to do independents, then DC, then the Marvel books I picked up this week. It's not going to end with my pick of the week or anything like that. I don't even know if I have a pick of the week this week because there's so many. But we're just going to get into it after I make this announcement. So the other day I was checking my subs list and I saw that I hit over 300. So thank you very much to everybody out there who's watching, who subscribes to my channel and enjoys the videos and, you know, comments and likes. I said I was never going to do this again, but I hit 300, so I'm going to hold a contest. This is an announcement for the contest. This is just kind of me letting you know what's going on. So be on the lookout for that. Just kind of as a token of my appreciation to everybody in the community. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I might put that up later this next week. So yeah, thank you very much to everybody. And now let's get into the review, shall we? First we have Image, 5 Ghosts. This book is fantastic. The art is amazing. What we got going on right now is Fabian is kind of in his own mind figuring out what these 5 ghosts are all about and how they help him, really. It's just fantastic. If you guys aren't picking this book up, go... I would say pick it up now, but it's on issue 4 or 5, so the next one's going to be the last one. But pick it up and trade. It's definitely worth it. It's a great read. I know, you know, I wasn't so psyched on the first issue or whatever, but 2, 3, and 4 have been phenomenal. So I need to go back and read the first one because I just feel like I'd probably appreciate it a lot more now. This has quickly become one of my favorite minis that I got, that I'm picking up. And I hope it gets picked up for an ongoing or another mini-series or a couple one-shots or something, because this is just fantastic. The creative team on it is just great. Next, this is a Dark Horse book, Amala's Blade. This is issue 3 of 4. I just recently got issue 1 as well from James Crowder. Which was fantastic. The 0 issue was amazing. And this issue is just as amazing. We have Amala on a mission, kind of gets caught off guard by what's going on, and gets herself a new pet that you can see on the front cover there. This book is fantastic. It's kind of like a steampunk type era of things, and it's just a whole lot of fun. She's like the greatest assassin, and she has, this isn't really a spoiler for anybody if you've read any of it, but the people that she kills become ghosts that follow her around and lend her a hand every now and again, and it's just great. Really fun, fantastic female lead character in this book, and the storyline is amazing. So, yeah, pick this up too in trade if you're not picking it up right now, but you should definitely be picking it up right now. The next book, it's not really an independent, but it is like a segue into my DC books for the week. We have Scott Snyder and Sean Murphy's The Wake on DC Vertigo. No words can describe this book. This might be pick of the week material. I'm a huge fan of Murphy's artwork, and everybody is a huge fan of Snyder's writing. And combining the two on a 10-part miniseries is just fantastic. It's a horror, underwater adventure, awesomeness, fantastic, fabulous, amazing story. Plus you have giant sharks. So, you know, you can't go wrong. It's just awesome. But yeah, this is only issue 2 of the series, so if you get the chance, go pick up 1 and 2 and jump on. This thing is amazing. Just amazing. So good. Now into the DC books. Justice League Dark. This has quickly become one of my favorite DC books out right now. It's a great team book. If you're into magic and, you know, dark power type things, this is the last issue before the Trinity War event, I believe, where Justice League of America, and Justice League Dark all combine. So I'll be picking up JLA and Justice League for that event. But this is pretty much a Madame Xanadu issue. It has to do with her and her past. And her future, actually. It's just really cool to get kind of more in depth with her. You can see her and Deadman about to, you know, kiss on the cover here, surrounded by skeletons, which is fun, of course. But very great issue. The Dark City, I think this is the last of the Dark City story arc. I don't know if Dark City is the name of it, but yeah, this is the end of that story arc, and like I said, next issue should be the beginning of the Trinity War. The next 2 really are my favorite books this week from DC. We have Injustice: Gods Among Us, issue number 6. This was just kind of a what the heck happened just now kind of issue. I'm not going to spoil this whatsoever, but the first part of this book, because the thing about Injustice is that it's 3 digital books combined to 1 physical. So you have 3 different issues combined into this one. And the first, they all play off each other. I'll say that. So that's really nice. But the first issue in this one, you're just kind of like, what just happened? Oh my god. And then the next 2 beyond that just kind of like perpetuate that. You're just like, the whole issue, you're just like, wow. Just, wow, you know. Yeah, I'm really, really loving this book. Really good. And my last DC book of the week is Batman: The Dark Knight. This is the end of the Mad Hatter story arc for this book. It was phenomenal. With the last issue, you were left with an incident that happened where you're like, oh god, what is Batman gonna do? And at the beginning of this issue, you kind of see him just, his brain just breaks, and from there it just goes crazy. Like, it's I sped through this issue because it just felt like it was super fast paced, which isn't always bad. This was a lot a lot of action going on in this one, and that's kind of what I really, really wanted to happen at the end of this arc, and it was done beautifully. It was perfect. Really good book. If you guys are not picking this up, you really, really should pick up issue 22. It'll be the beginning of the next story arc. Like I said before, I'm not sure who the villain is going to be, but since the Scarecrow arc has been just a fantastic book, and this Mad Hatter arc was phenomenal all the way through. So definitely give it a shot if you guys are not picking it up. Pick up the next issue. It's $2.99, and it's quite possibly my favorite Batman book out right now. Sorry about the color change in there. My computer screen decided to go to sleep. So next, another one of my favorite books this week was Nova. You get more of his thoughts and whatnot about him being a Nova and his father, and you get a lot of action, and you get Gamora and Rocket Raccoon back in this one. So I don't feel like that was a big spoiler, but because they have been kind of prominent characters in the story so far. But this was great. This story continues to be awesome. I was very hesitant about picking up Nova. I actually didn't pick up until I think it was issue 2 or 3, and I've loved it since. This one is definitely also Book of the Week material. Next we have Uncanny X-Men. I know a lot of people kind of jumped off this book. I know a lot of people aren't enjoying the artwork or the coloring in it. I, on the other hand, have been enjoying it. I really like what they're doing with Magic as a character. In this, you get kind of a cameo from another prominent Marvel character. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say prominent. Another really great Marvel character. Yeah, I don't want to give too much away, but she goes to see this character about her issues. And this is the end of the story arc they were doing in the Limbo world. Not that it's a world, but it's kind of like a plane of existence, I guess. Yeah, so I'm excited to see what happens next. Yeah, I don't know. I've been liking it. I've been liking how the characters don't really have complete control of their powers, and the new characters they have in this, a part of the X-Men team, have been really great. So I'm liking that book. This next issue was phenomenal. And we're talking Guardians of the Galaxy. Issue 4? Yeah, issue 4. This was the Gamora issue, and wow, just wow. This was really cool. This was really good. I had a lot of fun reading this one. For those of you who don't know, Gamora has a little bit of one-on-one time with Tony Stark. Yeah, that wasn't the best part of the book. It was just kind of fun. But yeah, this was awesome. Really good story. After that, we have FF. Not a whole lot of action in this issue, which is fine. This is kind of just like a fun. It's a fun family book. This FF book. One of my favorite parts of this book is this cover. You see Doctor Doom there in the rocks, in the rubble. The artwork on this is fantastic. The dialogue between the characters is great. And in this issue, you have a lot that happens. I don't want to say anything that's going to give it away, but there's a lot that happens in this one, and a lot that affects the team. And it's awesome. I love this book. I'm really glad I finally read 1 through 7 of these, but I'm really glad I kept picking it up, not knowing whether or not I was going to like it because it's great. It's probably one of Marvel's best titles out there, in my opinion. And I pick up a lot of Marvel. I didn't realize it till this week, but I pick up a lot of Marvel. As John DaCosta would say, make mine Marvel. Next we have Deadpool, number 12. Yes, number 12. This is the end. There was a lot of end of story arcs this week, and this was another one. This was the end of the Vetus story arc, where Deadpool was first assisting the Demon with killing people with special powers, and then in the last issue or so, not this one, the one before, so I don't feel like it's that big of a spoiler, he started working against Vetus. This was a really, really good wrap-up to the storyline, I feel. It had a lot of humor in it, but at the same time, managed to be pretty serious, actually. You get a lot of movement in the storyline as far as him having Agent Preston in his head, his interaction with Michael, the Mage, and it's just been really, really great story. I'm loving this book. I love Deadpool. He's just great. I know a lot of people, it's not for everybody. Deadpool is not for everybody. There's a lot of gore and a lot of humor, and it's not always like lighthearted humor, you know, but I'm loving it and look forward to the next issue. And actually, I believe next week starts the Deadpool Kills Deadpool miniseries, so I'm really looking forward to that one. Another Marvel title that is always really phenomenal, Daredevil. This is issue 27. This one was less phenomenal for me, as it wrapped up the event that was happening. I just felt like it might have gone a little too quickly. I feel like I'm kind of contradicting myself, because I said I liked how The Dark Knight wrapped up so quick. But I really wish this one would have dragged on another issue, maybe. Usually Daredevil is like one of my top books. I think I might have like built it up too much in my own head that it didn't quite make the cut for me as far as a pick of the week. But it was still really good. Like I'm not saying it's not good. It was still really good. It just didn't have that something to it. There was something about it that just didn't put it up to par with like issue 25 and 26. It was still really good. Like I said, I'm loving it. One of the best Marvel titles out right now, and it's $2.99, right? Yeah, $2.99. And you can't beat the artwork, you know, and Mark Waid's work on this is just fantastic. It kind of left me wanting a little bit more as far as that story went. It was really good, but it was another wrap-up issue to the event that was going on, you know, with the Kari character and what was happening there. So, yeah, still really good book. I really enjoyed it. And my last book of the week, Avengers Arena, number 11. Yes, issue number 11. This one focused entirely around Hazmat and Reptile. Two characters I really don't care that much about. You know, yeah. I know I've been hyping this book a lot since like issue 6, I think, was probably one of my favorites. But this issue kind of fell short for me. This would be probably like my least favorite of the week. It just didn't really do it for me. Not a lot happened. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still gonna pick it up. It's just this one issue didn't really do much for me. And if anybody was on the brink with maybe dropping that title, this one could have pushed it for them. Just because, like I said, not a lot happened. It just didn't really do it for me. But overall, I had a really, really good week for books. Like I said, huge stack there. I think I counted like 14 books, and there were a bunch that I dropped that I kind of wish I would have gotten, but I don't know how they would have been. I'm still thinking about maybe like stopping by the shop before next week and picking up Jupiter's Legacy #2. I really did enjoy #1, and I kind of feel like I maybe missed out on that one. I know a lot of people picked up Batman Superman. I wasn't really... I know when I first heard about it, I was all psyched for it. I don't feel like I missed anything. I've heard a lot of mixed reviews. Either you hated it or you loved it. I kind of feel like I probably would have been along the lines of hating it. When I was at the shop, I picked it up and flipped through it a little bit. The artwork was all right, but it didn't get me to buy it. And another book that came out this week was Chin Music #2. I hyped the crap out of that first issue, and it wasn't fantastic, but I kind of wish I would have picked up #2 to see what that was about. I'm trying to remember. I think there was one other book that I dropped The Flash. I just wasn't invested in that book yet, so I didn't feel the need to pick it up, especially with all the other books that I picked up. But yeah, so that was, this week's episode of Running with Comics Lightning Reviews. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be on tomorrow for Sunday brunch with Mr. CDC AMP. He's going to be on for the first time, and that's going to be fun. We'll see who else we get on there. I'm not really sure at this point. I haven't really talked to anybody about it. I know Wellington said something about it. He's going to try to be on. So we'll try that. Yeah, so that'll be fun tomorrow. I'm really excited for that. That'll be good. And then I'll be back with my contest probably sometime early this week. Maybe Monday I'll come up with a question or two and, the rules and all that. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. And again, thank you everybody for subscribing and watching and commenting and liking. It's really great to be able to share this passion I have with other people out there. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.